Hello and welcome to Silver Wheel Tarot. Today we're going to do a unique reading here for you. We are going to look into who you were in a past lifetime. And then we'll branch off from there. So, if that is enough and we go deep into that, great. Otherwise, we might dive a little into how that wisdom from that lifetime is helping you in this lifetime. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot as well as the Tea Leaves and Dreams fortune telling cards. And I also have the Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle here. And I'm going to take one of the blank cards as well in this deck and use it with some of my charms at some point here within the reading. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead. I did pre-shuffle, but I always like to reshuffle here just a little bit once we're tapped into the collective energy here. Okay. Let's see, what do we want to, I can actually use this as a guide. These are the options we have within this deck here. Let's look for identity first. Child, okay. So in this lifetime that we're going to be looking into, you were a child, or it could be you during the time that you were a child in that lifetime. Let's see, what else? Let's pick, I think, 3 of these to start, and we can go deeper if we feel like we need to. I'm feeling like the lesson. Let's see, lesson. The lesson you learned. Ooh, passive conformity. I'm not really a fan of conforming, but let's see what insight we'll get from that. We'll take a deeper look. Let's see, conformity. Well, as a child, I mean, you would need to conform, so. Okay, let's go with love. So this one, yeah. Non-possessive. So that actually really kind of goes along with passive conformity quite nicely. Okay. We can dig a little bit deeper into that if we need to. I'm just going to set this deck over here for now. What I want to do at the moment is pull 3 tarot cards for each one of those aspects of self. For the being a child, the passive conformity, and the non-possessive love. Okay. Actually, I feel like it's the one under it. Okay. And for passive conformity, and non-possessive love. Let's dive into who you were in that past lifetime. Cards felt like they needed to be shuffled a little bit extra with that one. All right, let's see. First of all, how much space do I have here? We'll have to overlap them just a little bit. I can move them down since we haven't looked at them yet. Okay, so as a child in your past lifetime, let's get some insight into that. someone who was always looking forward to the future, maybe wanted to grow up, very big on cognitive abilities here. So I'm seeing as a child, you're actually someone who, in this past lifetime, always tried to stay optimistic, looking towards the future, and used your strong mental abilities to actually overcome the hardships and keep you positive, looking towards the future. So this is how you were able to, as a child in that life, really be able to persevere and overcome the obstacles and the challenges that you faced, because I do see that you faced quite a bit of challenge here. Okay. We'll see if, as we go along, if the cards kind of indicate a little bit deeper into that. Passive conformity, the lesson you learned. Queen of Cups, beautiful energy for that. I'm really seeing this conformity in a space that you really went inward mentally, and with your emotions, and you internalized a lot as a child in that lifetime. And this is how you were able to stay passive, is by not expressing things externally that might stir things up or be in opposition with other people. Definitely very well grounded in your emotions. We've got 2 queens here already. And the High Priestess. Wow. I'm getting a sense that in this lifetime, you really, I mean, this is even as a child, so you've really been through quite a lot, but you were able to use that in a way to really foster a sense of self-growth and self-worth. I'm hearing strength, there's self-worth. Very powerful lesson. Now I'm getting also here, as I'm kind of tapping into this energy a little bit more, that this reading may be you as a child, and you know, this is some insight into who you were as that child. Someone who's very headstrong and smart, but also staying positive and looking towards the future to overcome the obstacles. But this life lesson is the lesson you learned throughout your lifetime. So however long that lifetime was, which I'm getting is more, you know, into your adult years, you were actually able to accomplish your life lesson as being able to really gain a sense of self-worth and strength and control over who you are and what you do, that this sense of being in control of who you are, and so not needing to control who others are. Okay, go ahead and overlap these a little bit so you can see the next cards. Okay, so then with non-passive love, we have 10 of Cups. Non-possessive love, not passive, sorry about that. Non-possessive love, 10 of Cups. Definitely, I mean, we see it with the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess as well. Definitely very well grounded in your emotions. And then we have the 8 of Swords. So I'm hearing, so what I'm getting here is with the 8 of Swords, you know, this comes back to this Queen of Swords energy as well. That how do I say this? The non-possessive love you're able to give to others is stemming from a sense of a possessive love for yourself, bound to yourself, for yourself, in a way that you are aware of mentally, okay, of this possessive bond of love with yourself. And in loving yourself that deeply, I mean, clearly your life lesson here of passive conformity, yet in a way that you were able to achieve it due to the level of self-care, self-love, self-identity, self-strength, power, grounded emotions, willpower of the mind, and being able to tap into truly who you were at even such a young age. This was possessive in a way. You were possessive of yourself. And in doing that and understanding that, this really opened your heart in a way to be able to not be possessive with others, to allow others to be who they are, to discover who they are, what they needed to do, who they needed to be, lessons they needed to learn, where they were in their life path, whether it was hard on you or not. And you did go through quite a lot of hardships in that lifetime, especially as a child, maybe some childhood trauma there. That you're able to really open up to others and let them be who they needed to be and learn their own life lessons. 8 of Wands. Yeah. You're able to move quickly through challenges because of this openness of heart within your relationships. This doesn't have to be romantic love either. This is just love in general, right? The love you hold within yourself, the love you're showing others. You're very non-possessive, and that is because you were very possessive of yourself and who you were, and you valued that and wanted to allow others the same experience. Okay, let's dive a little bit more into who you were. Definitely the key factors coming through is from a perspective of you as a child in that life, the identity, yet, okay, I got it. So that makes more sense. So as a child, the reason that's coming through with that is actually more of a sense of not like necessarily physically a child, though I am getting that you had a lot of hardships as a child. Okay, you experienced a lot of things that you had to grow through. But child in the sense of you're a young soul in that lifetime. Okay, and you achieved quite a bit of growth in that lifetime. Learning to love yourself and tap into who you are. I mean, those are some pretty big lessons to learn as a young soul. Maybe not somebody who has been reincarnated a lot of times yet, just younger in that sense. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some charms here. We're going to take those. I'm going to take these that fell out, and we're going to drop them on here. I'm not really surprised that a lot of it fell in the area of trauma because, again, that childhood trauma was coming up here. And I love that the feather is in alignment here. It's in the space of identity, which really lines up. If you look at the spiritual nature of really who you had to be spiritually, personally, your beliefs, and again with the air energy here, the mind. Okay. I love how this column here is really lining up with the passion and the heart. And this is the mental energy here. And this is really kind of like a sense of identity. And we have, let's see. This says made with love. Handmade. And a harvest. Pumpkin and fall leaves here, which reminds me of a harvest. Yeah, it's really, really just validating the message that has come through, clarifying it a little bit more, in that who you were as in this other lifetime, the main identity of who you were, and the lessons you learned, which kind of shape your identity and the type of love you have, is really this person who was born into a life of many challenges, yet you had a passion and a will and a drive to look forward to the future always, to try and see things from a positive angle. You were very smart and wise, even at a young age in that lifetime, while still being a young soul as well. So a very optimistic feel here, kind of like, as children not being exposed to as much as, an adult. There's a sense of innocence here in that you were able to really overcome these challenges because in previous lives, you had not been through so much harshness, that you still have this very optimistic, cup is half full, we can get there, we're going to get through this type energy. Even as a child, this willpower was very present in you. So despite the traumas that you went through as a child, you were able to turn that around because of this identity you have as almost like a connection to spirit, this innocence that really helped you to turn that trauma into a harvest, kind of like turning lemons into lemonade. You transformed it, you changed it, you used it to change yourself, to grow emotionally and spiritually as well. And this really gave you such a big open heart to really allow others to experience that as well in their lives, what they needed to learn, to not be possessive of others in any way, and let them really experience life. So you did have a sense of passivity to you, this passive conformity, but it wasn't in a way of being passive and letting others control you. It was really a deep, heartfelt understanding of the need to allow others to experience life the way they need to experience it in order for them to have their own personal soul growth the same way that you experienced in this life. Definitely, even though a young soul, wise beyond your years in this lifetime, for sure. I was wondering why I felt guided to pull this dice out. Since you were a young soul, I feel like in this lifetime, let's find out how many previous lifetimes did you have before this lifetime? Only 5. So this would have been your 6th lifetime. Very young soul. Okay. let's go ahead. I mean, this is straight and to the point. This is a very clear message. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's find out, how is this lifetime that you experienced, how is it helping you in your current lifetime? Let's find that out. I feel like pulling 5 of them, so we'll see what we have here. Actually, one more. This one. Let's do 2. We got the space for it. So let's do 2 for each row here. Social unity and good health. Okay, this lifetime is definitely helping you be able to have a healthy social environment. While also learning how to work hard for the things that you want to achieve in life, to create a new beginning, because clearly this this energy, this beautiful life, past life here, is one that experienced much transformation, much soul growth in that lifetime. And so whatever new beginning you're going through in this life, that you're trying to learn how to weave and shape, that you're putting a lot of work and effort into, it's that lifetime is really helping you to perceive ways to approach that. Wisdom and spiritual cleaning. Also a lot of prosperity and luck in here as well. So the sense that I'm getting is, again, this soul was very wise beyond its years for that lifetime, even as a young soul. And this wisdom, that level of wisdom and knowing, and definitely very spiritually based growth, is really helping you to cleanse yourself spiritually in a way that is going to help you overcome the obstacles, helping you to cleanse yourself spiritually from maybe the obstacles and the challenges and the hardships that you've had in this lifetime. I'm sensing here that you also in this lifetime, your current lifetime, have had many hardships like this one. And this lifetime is coming in to remind you that your soul has been through this before and knows exactly what to do and how to handle it. And the wisdom is there, and how to cleanse yourself, your energies, your aura, your being, to help you ease through this process a bit more. Whether that cleansing is crying, or a salt bath, or getting out into the woods somewhere for a hike and letting the breeze brush across your face. Whatever you need to do in order to release and let go and cleanse from the hardships you've experienced, to help you better weave this new life that you are, this new beginning that you are piecing together here, one that is definitely going to be blessed with a wonderful social life and community. And that's what I have for you guys today. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. And if you got value from this, please do like, share, and subscribe. It really does help. Until next time, be blessed.